Hi guys. Long time no see or no hear, and I apologize for that. I was finishing school April 2000 and last year, so April 2018 was when I got my pins removed. So it was a lot of work. April was when I got my pins removed, and then that summer I finished my degree and I went back to work. So there was a lot going on. Now now that there are some things changing in my life, I just wanted to come back and give you guys an update. So tomorrow morning, February 1st, 2019, I'm going to be having another foot surgery. I'm actually excited about it. I don't see it as a burden. I mean, it's a financial burden, but the payment plans, I just put them on a payment plan. They get drafted from my account for as long as they have to be. So I'm not feeling any kind of way about it. I'm really excited because I wanted to tell you guys about how my toes are doing and exactly what Dr. Lamb is going to be doing tomorrow. So if you've watched my previous videos, you know I've had my surgeries with Dr. Lamb in West Palm Beach at the Paley Institute. Since the first surgery, my insurance has changed multiple times. When I had the first insurance, I had Florida Blue, Blue Cross Blue Shield, which is a really good insurance. My out-of-pocket fees for the first insurance, for the first surgery was only $600, and I was able to pay that off. By the second insurance, my husband's insurance, by the second surgery, my husband's insurance changed to Medica, which is under United Healthcare, which I'm not gonna say is a great insurance because, wow, it was a big difference. I want to say my bill came out to like almost $2,500 or something like that. When I look at my bills now, it's like $2,100 left, and I've been paying it monthly since I want to say like September last year. So I'm paying it. So also when you go to have a surgery at St. Mary's, your payment plan depends on your payment plan draft amount depends on how high your balance is. So when I was paying off my $600 balance, I was able to set a $50 a month draft. Now that my balance is over $2,000, I can't pay any less than $108.60 or something like that. So that kind of sucks, but anything so I don't have to be sent to collection. So make sure you're doing what you can to make sure, even if you want to have the surgery, make sure that you're in a good financial place. And if you're not, make sure that you're in a place where you can at least make a minimum monthly payment so that you aren't sent to collections and your insurance isn't completely ruined because a surgery that you wanted or needed. So about tomorrow. So like I said, April 2018, I got my pins and the fixator removed. Dr. Lamb told me I could have gone to physical therapy, but I didn't go because my toe wasn't giving me any kind of range of motion. It just wasn't moving. It's like stiff as a board. And I will show you guys in a minute. So I decided that I was going to save my money, and I didn't want to pay to go to PT if it wasn't going to help. So we had a conversation at the end of last year, and he told me, I would like you to do a revision surgery within a year. So he wanted me to have the surgery by the end of this year, 2019. I told him that I kind of wanted to, he wanted me to have the surgery as soon as possible. I told him that I wanted to have kids first because I don't have any, and I feel like I've been putting it off so long for the surgery. But he told me, okay, go have your kids and come back to me within a year, or go have a kid, or whatever. Go get pregnant, come back to me, and let's have the surgery. So we tried. We didn't get pregnant. By the time I said, okay, if I get pregnant by this time, then I'll see him at the end of the year. But if I don't get pregnant by that time, I will have the surgery. So my husband and I, we talked about it, and it didn't happen in January. So we decided. I called. I sent an email. They're very accommodating at the Paley Institute. So I immediately got a call like, hey, you want to have surgery? I can book you. 2 weeks later, I literally booked my surgery like 2.5 weeks before the date. So tomorrow surgery is happening, and I'm really excited. So since my toe doesn't bend, he's gonna go in and loosen the muscle to allow the toe to have some kind of range of motion. Also, because the muscle is pulling on the toe, it's causing the bone. You know how your bone is in here, but the knuckle is turned over. The actual bone is turned over to the side, under the skin, and it's rubbing on my pinky toe, and it can be painful. So right now I'm sticking to, I'm a teacher, so I have to wear closed-toe shoes to work. I'm wearing there's this new thing now where there's stretchy material sneakers. Adidas has them, Nike has them, and I have a pair of Adidas, I have a pair of Nike. They're both stretchy materials, and I just slide my foot into them every morning, and they're awesome. And that's what I'm wearing right now. Because my toe doesn't bend, it's really hard to get into shoes that do this. So I don't. But a couple of weeks ago or a couple of months ago, I just want to shout out the Brachy Metatarsia #2 Facebook group. If you're not a part of it, I would join if you're dealing with Brachy Metatarsia, or if your child is dealing with Brachy Metatarsia, because that group has given me so much hope as far as where I was and where I'm going. There's one woman who she said that her toe was stiff as a board. Same thing that's going on with my toe. She had the revision surgery with Dr. Lamb, and she posted a picture where her foot was in heels, which blew my mind because up until that day, I felt like I was never ever gonna wear heels again, and I honestly felt okay with that. I mean, I'm not really in need of wearing heels. I just don't want to be in pain. And although it's a dull pain, I would rather be comfortable, and I would rather run again, and I would rather, you know, so the things that you take for granted, I can't really do. So I can get a slow jog going, but it can't be for long. And when it's done, my feet will probably be swollen by the end of the day. So I stick with the stretchy shoes. I would love to go back to the sneakers that I had before surgery. So we will see what tomorrow brings. So surgery, I have to be at the hospital at 6:30 in West Palm Beach tomorrow morning. Surgery will happen, and they will be discharging me. The only surgery, this will be my third surgery, including the pin removal, because it had to be a surgery. He didn't take out my pins. He didn't take my pins out in the office. He put me under to take my pins out. And that was just because if he had to do any fine tuning, he needed to do it while my foot was open. So this is my third surgery. The first one, I had to be under 23-hour observation. And although that was great because the staff at St. Mary's is great, I didn't want to be there overnight last surgery, and I didn't want to do it this surgery. Always remember, the longer you stay, the more your bill is going up. So I'm happy that he let me go last time, and I'm happy that he's going to let me go this time. Last surgery, my pain, I don't know if I mentioned this in my last video. Maybe I should have watched my videos before I came back. But last surgery, they prescribed me more oxycodone, I believe. But I still had more from the first surgery. I didn't end up using all of them because I didn't want to become too dependent. And if they give me a script for another one tomorrow, I will not fill it up because, again, I have half a bottle sitting here that I do not use. So yeah, there's that. Let me show you guys what my feet look like, and I'll explain a little bit more. Okay, so this foot, there's nothing going on with this foot. So, okay, so this is the foot I had the surgery on. These are where my pins were. There were two here, two here, two here. This is my brachy toe. That is a beautiful length now, but there's a gap here because there's a muscle here that's pulling on it, and it does not bend. You see where the other toes bend, the other toes move. This one does not go anywhere, and I can move it, but it does not do anything. It's just laying there like a log. So hopefully tomorrow it will loosen up. Also, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a bone here. This is the knuckle part, like right here. It's the entire bone is rolled over and is rubbing onto my pinky toe, which really sucks. So I'm hoping that we can fix that issue as well. My foot is a little swollen. This is the end of the day, so I mean, this is what I expect from my feet. And I was wearing a tight pair of socks today since I saw Dr. Lamb, and I wanted my feet to not be smelly, and I didn't have any more my last pair of like really stretchy socks. They're in the laundry from yesterday. I wore them yesterday. So I had to wear like an old pair of pre-op socks, and they're kind of tight. So that's my foot compared to the other one. This is what the other one looks like. So yeah, I'm really excited. If I haven't said that enough, I'm really excited for the surgery. So before I go, I took a picture of what my current x-ray looks like, and after he takes the x-ray tomorrow after the surgery, if I can get a picture of that, I'll get that as well. I still need to post you guys a slideshow of the progression of my process. I have them all in my iCloud, but again, after finishing school and going back to work, I've been swamped, but I am deciding to make it a point to communicate with you guys. To everyone who commented, to everyone who sent me an email, I promise that I will respond right after this video. Please accept my apologies. I thank you guys for being on this journey with me. I apologize for my absence. I am back. I don't know if there's much more to tell you, but I look forward to letting you guys know how it is after this third surgery. And I enjoy letting you guys know. Hopefully I can send a video of myself running in the park or something a couple of months from now. So a little bit more about tomorrow as it's popping up into my head. So I'm back with Florida Blue, which is it's a different plan. My job gives me insurance, so I'm back with Florida Blue. It's $350. It's only $350 now. I do have a deductible of $1,000, but I still don't understand that part. So tomorrow I'll be paying $350 when I get there. The $1,000, if I have to pay it, I will put it on a payment plan. But thankfully, we have Aflac, and I will be putting a claim through Aflac to get my money back. Also, so we talked about insurance. There was something else that came to my mind. Like I said, any questions that you have, please feel free to ask. I will make sure that I am being more attentive and being more responsive from here on out. So I'll let you guys, I will probably upload another video depending on how drowsy I am or how alert I am. I'll send another video out tomorrow evening. I need to get you guys the video with the pictures, with the x-rays. So bear with me within these next couple weeks. Oh, I remember what the last thing I wanted to say was. So I With the last surgery, I didn't have enough time to get the handicap parking pass. With the first surgery I did, because walking with the fixators for me, I don't know if it's because I'm a plus size woman, but walking with the fixators at first was really, really hard. I went in, he adjusted it, which was when he pushed my toe forward, which absolutely hurt. Just thinking about the pain makes me cringe. But that's the first surgery. After the first surgery, I definitely got the temporary handicap pass. It was I want to say he got it for me for 6 months, because I was in the boot for about 6 months, or maybe it was a little longer that he signed it for me. So the second surgery, I didn't get the paper in time, so I didn't have the temporary handicap tag, which was okay because I was walking around, but I really should have gotten it because even though I was weight bearing immediately, it was really hard when it was time to like park next to cars and they were too close, and if my foot was achy and all that stuff. So this time around, even though recovery for this surgery is probably on, it's between 3 to 6 weeks. I spoke with Dr. Lamb and I was like, do I qualify for a temporary handicap parking pass? And he said, of course you do. And he signed one for me, and I have it from tomorrow. Well, I have to go pick it up tomorrow after surgery, but I'll have it from starting from February 1st to June 2nd, which is amazing because it's like 4 months and I'm only going to be recovering from between a month to 2 months. So that extra time, giving me time to get back accustomed to sneakers and all that stuff, is going to be a big deal. So I believe that is all. I hope you all have been doing well. Please sound off in the comments on how you guys are doing. Are there any new followers? Are there any people who were really not for having the surgery and now they've changed their minds? Are there people who really wanted the surgery and now don't want the surgery? Let me know. And at the very least, I know that there are people flying in from all over the country to visit Dr. Lamb. If you will be in South Florida, I would say make an appointment. If you have health insurance, for sure, just come see him. He is the most polite man, the most polite doctor I've ever met in my life. And as many people as he sees, every time he sees me, he remembers my face, and he's always excited to see me. Angela's amazing. Angela now has an assistant, I want to say. I'm sorry, I hope I'm not downplaying her role, but her name is Jennifer. She's equally amazing. I don't know where they find these people, but today was such a stressful day because you need pre-op clearance, right? And they always say you're supposed to get it 7 days before. I saw my doctor on the 21st. Surgery is on the 21st of January. Surgery is supposed to be on February 1st. And I went to go see my PCP. My PCP gave me blood work. She did a physical on me, and she did an EKG. I've never had to do an EKG before. I didn't have to do an EKG for the last 2 surgeries. Not sure why they ordered one this time, but it was the bane of my existence. And let me tell you why. So my EKG was abnormal with the PCP. So they were like, you need to go see a cardiologist, which kind of like set my life into a whirl. Like, it just turned into a whole tornado of drama. I had to leave work early 2 days to go see the cardiologist. The first time I paid a copay. They spent 2 hours. Mind you, I was supposed to be redoing my EKG because my EKG was abnormal with my PCP, right? The first appointment, I met with the nurse practitioner at the cardiologist's office. They told me, they sat down, the nurse practitioner sat down, and we talked about my history, family history, all that stuff. And she literally spoke to me for 2 hours about how my weight may be affecting my heart. Nobody even knows if there's something wrong with my heart at this point. So that was the first appointment. Then it was like, you're going to need an echo of your heart. Okay, I'm sitting right next to the echo machine. Give me the echo. Oh, no, you need to come back on a day where somebody who can do the echo is here. So I scheduled it for 2 days later. I come on Thursday, they give me the echo, it's 30 minutes, another copay. Then I was like, okay, so when do I find out my results? Mind you, I'm having surgery in a week. Like, I need to know this stuff. I need to be cleared. And they were like, oh, well, you need somebody who knows how to read an echo to be here. And I was just floored because I'm like, how do you have somebody administer an echo to me that can't read it to me? And I get it. You know, that person is just a tech. It's not her fault. And the person I'm talking to is just a front desk receptionist. It's not her fault either. But I didn't like that. They wanted me to come back and pay another copay just to read my results. And I said, absolutely not. You guys will call me and give me my results. They called me on Monday. Not even the next day after I took the echo on Thursday. I was hoping they would call me on Friday, but nobody called me on Friday. Monday, I get a call. They're like, the nurse practitioner calls me and she's like, oh, your echo is normal. I'm going to clear you for surgery. I'm so happy because surgery is in 6 days. I need this clearance, right? So fast forward to today, Thursday, and Jennifer comes in, and she's like, I really need your clearance. And I'm like, what do you mean you need my clearance? I found out that on Monday that I'm fine. She said, your PCP is still not clearing you because they said that your EKG was abnormal. And I said, okay, my EKG was abnormal, but my echo was normal. And I heard that from the cardiologist's office. And so it turned into me having to call the cardiologist's office and them saying that the nurse practitioner was not supposed to tell me that my echo was normal. So just because she told me, it meant nothing until the cardiologist himself came, read it, wrote it in the notes, sent it to my PCP. PCP sends the order to St. Mary's. All St. Mary's had at that point was my PCP saying she's not cleared. The cardiologist, I finally hound them down. They send me being cleared to St. Mary's, but St. Mary's is like, it's great that your cardiologist sent this, but we need your PCP to clear you. My PCP, of course, because she's a doctor, she's seeing patients. Then they call her back and they're like, she left. So she couldn't sign off on my clearance. And I was like, wait, nobody told her that all I was waiting on was a signature to be cleared for surgery. So I was so confused. And so I think I left the office, I left Dr. Lamb's office at about 5:15, 5:40. They called me and they're like, we got everything. We sent it to St. Mary's. Please make sure it's there. I was like, I had left already. So literally, I will be finding out if I will be going into surgery, which I most likely will tomorrow morning at 6:30. And I pray I will be having the surgery because St. Mary's is an hour and a half away from my house. And I know that means nothing to people who live outside of the state. But to me, to have to take a whole day off and to have to drive up there, it really sucks. So I hope that this video was informational. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if there's anything that I can answer. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Bye.